hot. It's the easiest decision of your trip. All right, Luka Doncic dropping a game-high 33 points. Mavs beat the Suns 113-86 last night, forcing this series to a Game 7. So far, the home team has won all 6 games in this series. So now, that pivotal winner-take-all game will be in Phoenix Sunday. Shannon, after what you saw last night, what shot do you give Dallas of winning this thing in Phoenix in Game 7?
Well, considering that none of the road teams have even come close to getting a victory, Skip, but I'm going to give Phoenix a real shot. Because Dallas. Dallas. I'm going to give Dallas a real shot in Phoenix because of Luka. And we see last night, Skip, if you look at it, Game 1, he scores 45, Brunson struggled, they lose. He goes for 35 in Game 2, but only 2 other players reach double figures. Game 5, he goes for 28, Brunson has 21. And so that was close, but then all of a sudden, Phoenix just takes off and run. If you look at it last night, Skip, he has 33. Brunson has 18. Bullock has 19. Dinwiddie, they've been waiting for a sighting of Dinwiddie, he goes 5 of 7 from the 3. Mm-hmm. And they need to stop letting Luka dance one-on-one with Crowder, one-on-one with Bridges, one-on-one with Ayton. Mm. That's what you need to stop doing. I'm going to get the ball, Skip, I'm going to get the ball out of his hands. I'm going to see if Finney-Smith, I'm going to see if Bullock can do that again. Kleber, I'm going to see if they can continue to rain threes. Skip, I know what Luka can do. The man is averaging 35, 36 points in 39 points damn near in closeout games. Elimination games, excuse me. So I know what he's capable of doing. But it doesn't matter. If Booker and CP3 are going to play like they played last night, Skip, what they have? Skip, they had 13 turnovers between the 2 of them. They had 22 turnovers.
Booker had 8.
Had 8.
8?
Chris Paul had 5. You can't win like that, Skip.
No.
They need, and plus, but they need more from Bridges and Jay Crowder. You can't get 16 points from those 2 guys. You got to get more than that. Chris Paul, ever since that second game, Skip, he gave you 28. Skip, the man's averaging 9. Skip, everybody, they were the betting favorites. You can't have 9 points from Chris Paul, averaging 9 points over the last 4 games. That's not good enough. Yes, it seems like home court has been the major difference. For whatever reason, I don't know if I've seen a series like this. Normally the game's at least close, Skip, but they've been blowouts. Everybody's basically getting blown out. Yeah, the games get close at the end, but they remove their starters and the backups come in and they play hard. It's an 8-point, 10-point game, but the game weren't that close. Yeah, I give them a 48% chance.
It's high.
40, yeah.
Given what we've just seen.
Yes, I'm going to give him a 48% chance. And I like Luka. Luka giving it back to Book because Book was giving it to him the other night. I love it. I love the back and forth. Personally, I love it.
He did after the game. He said he loves it when they trash talk. Luka said, I love when they trash talk me because he knows he's going to get protected by the referee.
And they don't do that. You see Luka dunking it last night? Man, I thought Luka was Vince Carter dunking the thing coming down on Jay Crowder there.
I saw Luka flexing. I saw Luka giggling while he was running up court. I saw him flat out laughing out loud when he was running up court. Yeah. He's laughing at the Phoenix Suns, who ran away with the regular season and won it by 8 games over everybody in this league. He's laughing at them on his home floor. All right, you finished?
Yep.
All right. Silly me. I told you sitting in this chair 24-odd hours ago, I said, this is Chris Paul we're talking about. This is the Chris Paul we've seen in these closeout games, such as a year ago at Staples against my then Clippers. He scored 41 points, most of them in the late 3rd and early 4th. He made 7 of 8 3-point shots. I said, who is that guy and where did he come from? Then Game 6 at Jen's Pelicans this year. Game 6, he went crazy in the closeout game. Scored 33 back in his old stomping grounds in New Orleans. 33, 5, and 8. Even in Game 2 of this series, he scored 28 points. And I'm thinking, this guy has had a late career rebirth like nothing I've ever seen. It's kind of the opposite of James Harden. The older Chris gets, the better he gets. And then guess what happened? Maybe predictably right on schedule because he just turned 37 years of age. Maybe it's in his head like, am I old now? Because the last 4 games of this series, Chris Paul has averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. 9, 4, and 6.
And probably 4 turnovers.
5.
Okay, my bad.
I didn't get there. 5 turnovers. Who is that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just like some, Cliff Paul. This looks like Cliff is playing for Chris.
Because remember, Skip, against the Pelicans, he had like 2 games where he had like 28 assists and 0 turnovers.
Yeah. Remember he was 14 of 14 in the close. 14 of 14? Where did he go? What happened? Did he hit the wall?
Well, it seems like what they're doing, they're taking a page out of the Pelicans book. They're picking him up full court. They're picking him up with Reggie Bullock.
Yeah.
Reggie Bullock.
He likes Bullock.
Okay. Reggie Bullock is picking him up, and he's a bigger man than Alvarado. Because remember, Skip, they were Alvarado, Herb Jones, they were but it seems like Reggie Bullock is the one that's taking Chris Paul.
He's bullying Chris Paul.
And maybe he's wearing him now.
Sometimes he takes Devin Booker.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he closes the book on Book. And look what Book shot last night, 6 of 17, 0 of 4 from 3. How are you going to win like that? So, again, silly me, I sat here yesterday and I said, you know what? This is Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Monty Williams, the coach of the year, and a team that just ran away with the regular season. I said, they're going to take a stand tonight. And they're going to say, enough of this. We're going to close the book on you. And it was absolutely the opposite. So I told you yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, in my career, I have never seen such home arena swings, home court swings like I have in this one. I said this last night. It's almost like the original Space Jam, the one and only Space Jam, in which the plot sort of revolved around the fact that the NBA stars had their talent stolen.
Right.
Well, for the road team in this series, it looks like they've had their talent stolen, right? Didn't it look like last night the Phoenix Suns didn't have their talents anymore? They're out there like just a bunch of guys saying, how do we survive? Well, you don't. You're going to lose by 27 after you just won at home by 30. How do you do that? Yeah. Well,
it's got to be a record or something.
Okay, and I know you love you some Baby Bird, but I've got to awaken our faithful viewers to the fact that, because nobody saw this because this got swept under your little carpet that you have over there, but last night, Baby Bird, or Baby Sparrow, was 11 of 26 from the floor. That is not good. 11 of 26? He was 2 of 8 from 3. He was 9 of 14 from the free throw line. Wrong, right. They won by 27. It just doesn't matter. He got his 33. I give him that.
Yeah.
He made 2 or 3 plays where I said, wow, that is spectacular, because in the lane, when he gets you in the lane, you are on a string. You are a puppet on his string, because he just toys with you in the lane. And he was toying with Chris Paul, and he'd get 8 on skates out on the perimeter.
Right.
And they just look hopeless and hapless last night, to the point that I said, who are these people? So what am I going to get from Chris Paul in a Game 7? Well, you'd think.
Well, you don't know now, Skip, because it's been 4 games. At least in the Pelicans game, Skip, we saw it go. It was alternating. Bad game, great game. Bad game, great game. We've seen 4 subpar Chris Paul games. Is it going to be 5? Or will he? Because if it's 5, Skip, they're going home. You do realize that if he plays bad like he played last night, they're going home.
But they can't win with him scoring 9 points, and 4 rebounds and 6 assists. It's just not good enough, because you're a co-star with Book. It's the 2 of you.
Right.
And usually you can't. I think they go as Chris Paul goes.
They do.
In the end.
Yeah.
Right?
But Skip, now you can't keep getting outscored by 30 from the 3-point line, by 10 or 11 from the free throw line, and turn the ball over 22 times while they turn it over 9. You're not going to win. Now, I'm assuming that Booker and Chris Paul is going to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to guard the 3-point line, because it seems like the Dallas is averaging about 15 threes per game. And they're Phoenix is awful from the 3-point line. They've been awful.
Although Phoenix in 3 home games has made 42%.
Well, see,
okay,
well, you're home.
Okay, I got it.
But I don't want them to put all their eggs in one basket and say we're home and everything's going to be okay. Because that kid right there, yes, Skip, he's not efficient. Because the shots that he's taking, you're like, damn, Luka, you do realize y'all up 18. You don't need to take a step back 3 in this situation. So he's not going to be efficient, Skip. He's not going to be Giannis or Bron or KD.
No.
He's gonna shoot probably in the 40%, mid 40s, high 40s. But boy, his impact on the game, Skip, the things that he can do, and you look at, Skip, I'm just watching him. I'm like, how How in the hell can you do what you're doing? Bro, I believe I can out-jump Luka with 2 repaired hips. I believe I can, Skip.
I agree.
I believe I can get him.
Yep.
But he like dancing with the ball, and the next thing you know, he's laying the ball up at the rim. Skip, those are premium. It's not like Mikal Bridges is not an elite defender because he is.
Hey, seriously, he's a genius in the lane.
Yes.
It's basketball genius. It's herky-jerky genius, shifty genius, but it's like he's playing at a different rhythm than everybody who's trying to guard him. And they grew up trying to guard this rhythm, and he's at this rhythm, and you can't guard it because you can't anticipate it. You can't mirror it because you try to do what you grew up doing, and all of a sudden he's not going up. I got to go. No, he got me again.
He did.
He always gets you.
It's good. When I heard him, he come out, he's like, well, it's easier to score in the NBA than it is in Europe. I said, man, they about to eat this dude up. they about to kill. I guess he's right.
Well, I think the guys who guarded him in Europe played at his rhythm. You know, like they could mirror his moves.